Yeah, so we're only allowed to be like super flaccid for these now.
Well, why if you post them as an extra link saying these are our audio
That's
tests?
for when we get the Patreon rolling, and then it's like,
Oh,
hey,
fuck.
you get
Behind
to
the
hear our audio
scenes.
test.
Behind the
incentive. That's the $10 incentive.
Audio
$5.
You get our merchandise. You get 20% off our merchandise.
Audio
Whenever we
test.
decide-
Pay $5. Get audio test 1. But hear us discuss about a real life Monopoly get out of jail card.
You should have these like kind of saved somewhere and just
Oh
like.
yeah, they're all saved.
Okay,
I
good.
don't get rid of these.
For $10, you get the uncensored version.
Ooh.
Then you censor the regular version.
Triple X. Featuring Vin Diesel.
Give $100 and we'll start recording these in front of a camera.
We will sell our personal information.
$8,000. What are you?
Well, get a studio.
What are you? You're giving us $8,000 a month.
Why are you doing this?
Because then we get a studio and produce quality entertainment content.
This is quality. This is quality content.
Hard, bolded, fucking quotation marks for quality.
If you give us $100,000, we quit our jobs.
And do this for life.
Stop.
We just pump one out every 3 days.
For $1 million, we'll stop.
Come on.
We'll just stop.
Please set up the Patreon just so one person donates $1 million. Like
All right.
next week, just change the name of the podcast.
So
We stop the super fun podcast.
this is
you mean
super
Paul-
fun
you mean
podcast.
Paul-
And now we're the
Yes, you do.
sellout cast. Where we sell
Oh,
out.
no, I'm never gonna pull up PewDiePie.
Constantly
Die.
giving
And
them
as
stuff.
soon as we start getting sponsored, I'm selling that as hard as fucking possible.
If we
Hey,
I
guys.
want to make bank.
If we get like a clothing company sponsoring us, I'm wearing their clothes 24/7.
Hey, guys.
It's like the scene in Wayne's World where they're like talking about corporate sponsorships and how they don't want to sell out while they're wearing like Adidas and like drinking Coca-Cola with a tag like right there. It's like,
Hey guys, remember Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
oh, you guys want to talk about friggin' how you sleep? Do you want to get a good night's sleep? Well, this is a super fun podcast, and we're rolling now.
Yeah, because we can no longer tell if all our audio tests.
Yeah,
I kind of wanted the Monopoly.
Don't talk
cards.
about that. Don't talk about the audio tests.
I'll talk about the audio test.
But hey, that's a Patreon thing if we ever get that up.
Yeah, eventually someday. First, we gotta get this thing on iTunes. So I gotta figure that out.
Spotify this bitch.
Spotify. Hold on.
Oh, and you said you tried SoundCloud, right?
We have a limit unless we have a paid SoundCloud.
Like
God, no.
monthly paid or like per episode paid?
Monthly, like a monthly subscription to SoundCloud.
How
which is kinda
much?
low. I don't fucking know.
Fuck.
Why aren't you doing this research, man? Come on.
I don't know. Anyways, introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Austin.
I am the now.
He's
free-
bum.
Hi, it's me, Austin.
And Ryan.
I was going to make an AIDS joke because I'm covered in blood.
Please
He's not lying.
Please don't.
stop. Give us $8,000 to buy Bum Silence.
I will never appear on the show.
Now you'll appear. We'll just cut you out.
You just bleep me.
Oh, yeah.
We just have to censor all the bums.
Just literal hard silence whenever like you start talking.
Yeah, and the moment you start talking, we have to stop because we don't want to be censored.
Then I could just swear all, like say all the profanities I can
Now
think
we'll
of.
keep those.
Extra for $15.
Hey,
You can hear bum talk.
Pay money to hear to unlock the other members.
What was the DLC character in the podcast?
we want them.
Kind of Liam right now. He appears in episode 1 and never again.
No one's paid for him yet.
No one's paid. Paid to get Liam back.
It was a trial run with Liam.
He didn't work out, so we fired him after the first episode.
So it's $10 a month for subscriptions.
We should talk about this later.
Yeah, let's talk about
Yeah, because
let's-
we got
let's talk about-
we
alright,
got a
first
lot
of
of
all,
topics
let's
to
talk
get
about our
through.
weeks. Austin, how was your week?
Except for the sun, it's pretty good.
It has been hot as hell.
And people call me a crazy Canadian for liking the winter, and then I point out weather like this, and they still. Anyways, my weekend was good for most of it. Brothers out of the house, staying with dad. Mom out of town, so mostly had the house to myself for a couple days. Would have been nice, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm not going to get into. Like kept popping up in the last few days that driving me a little hectic since I have a nice.
Well, at least you're no longer unemployed.
Yeah, I did get a job.
Woo!
So yeah, got a job, hanged out, chilled, did some games, and
What kind of games?
mostly recently I've been replaying stuff like I like getting like trophies at times. Like I play through the game and then like get trophies too, like with the trophy support or
What are the games?
achievements for Xbox. But I've recently been replaying and platinumed 2 games and working on another and
What were the games?
Platinum Far Cry 3, Transformers War for Cybertron. I'm working on Platinum in Heavy Rain, and next week I should have LA Noir Platinum.
So,
Nice.
Sean?
Sean!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, I can't wait for Detroit Become Human 9.
Speaking of not being unemployed, Brian, what's your week?
Well, thanks to our buddy Austin here, I now have a job too. Unlike his, it's a lot more manual labor on my part, where I definitely came home a dirty boy. A very dirty boy.
Yeah, we were waiting for you for like 30, 45
Hey, man,
minutes.
I needed the OT.
The OT is crucial at that job.
But other than that, besides getting a job, went up to scrapyard on Saturday to help out Liam with So we were trying to get some parts off of an old Voyager, and so we didn't have a jack on us, and the problem is this Voyager, all of its weight was on its front end. And the only 2 tires left were the front 2 tires. Because the other 2 tires were taken off and like thrown around the place, but we found them somehow.
Where was this in Bucks?
Yeah, it was that.
Aren't the cars usually jacked up?
They are jacked up, but this one was like.
Oh. Not
But,
efficiently anymore.
But after a lot of effort and a sunburn, we somehow managed to get that thing up and got all we needed from it. And hell, the guy originally was like, yeah, it'll cost you like $180 for the 7 tires. Then he was like, yeah, no, I'm not even going to charge you like above $120. You guys are good. It's like, thank God. And we also stole a bunch of, well, not stole, we took some emblems from cars to the point where we could make full sentences out of stuff.
You got pics or shit?
I'll post pics. It'll be like while I'm talking. It's funny stuff we made. Like Murray has cool vibrations and low self-esteem. But yeah, other than that, it's been a quiet week. Well, as quiet as that place gets. It's a loud job. I think I'm gonna be using those earbuds quite a bit.
You have to wear earbuds in
You
the
have
shop.
to, or else you'll go deaf.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Speaking of going deaf, how was your weekend, Austin?
Well, let's just say my weekend was nothing short.
Were you hanging out with a bunch of fucking hicks destroying a plot of land?
Listen, we're not all hicks out of Craven,
I know
right?
you aren't, but like there are some.
There are a lot of hicks out of Craven. Alright. Just so for everyone that's not wondering, I went to Country Thunder Music Festival out of Craven this weekend. And besides the I'm just gonna not talk about the bad stuff that happens at Craven because that's what everyone associates with
Everyone
Craven.
talks about that.
Yeah, no one really talks about the fun stuff at Craven or the good stuff that's happened at Craven. Everyone just talks about the bad stuff. So I'm gonna give the good side of Craven review. For one, everything was a lot cleaner this year. Like, they went around cleaning everything constantly, so it was a lot nicer. The tenting grounds and all that, it's not gonna change. They're not gonna regrass everything. So,
Yeah.
but the grounds were still awesome as ever. Everything was still really nice.
It's better weather than previous years where it's just fucking rained out and muddy.
Yeah, but at the
I'd
same
prefer
time,
that to this weekend.
but at the same time, it was so hot, and the Craven has very limited areas where you can find shade.
Yeah, there's no shade.
So, when you were out in plus
It's
30
like the
weather,
African wilderness out there. Lots of plains, very little trees.
direct
Exactly.
sun right down on you. Well, you can tell the two differences between.
Yeah, you actually can.
Yeah, but like you drink a lot to stay hydrated, and then you have to
You
drink
also
a
drink a lot to forget the bad stuff.
Yes. There wasn't a lot of bad stuff. Like, the concerts were fantastic. Unfortunately, I could. Toby Keith, Blake Shelton, and Keith Urban. I unfortunately did not make it to Keith Urban, but I did make it to Blake Shelton and Toby Keith. Both those concerts were phenomenal. I met a couple bands this weekend, which was really cool. I met Washboard Union. None of you know who those are.
Actually, I think I know.
I also met one of the hosts of.
Great.
Yeah, I think it was Ray's of William and Ray's. They're a comedy group that hosts Craven.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, I met Ray's this weekend, and that was super awesome.
Oh,
But besides that, everything was awesome. Everything was obviously expensive. And yeah, besides that, the rest of my week has been spent relaxing.
Yeah, some of the guys at work have been complaining about you. It's like, oh, he's taking extra days off. What a fucking pussy and shit.
Like, at our job.
But it makes sense why you're taking the day.
Yeah, like tomorrow's my mom's birthday. Obviously, it's like I didn't want to go back to work for 2 days and take a day off. So we're like, these days off are nice. You don't get many at Ardell Steel. Not that it's a bad thing, because obviously the money's awesome, but at the same time, you want a couple days off.
You need it. That kind of
Yeah,
job.
you do. So yeah, besides that, I haven't really had any time to play games or anything this week.
It's been a hard, fun week.
Yeah, it's been a long, fun weekend. I'm glad that it only comes around once a year, because I can't do this more than once a year. This is definitely like, oh god, it's awesome when it's here, but at the end it's like, I just want to go home. I want to shower.
Yeah, I want to shower later. Speaking of showering, bum.
The guy who never showers.
I have no real segue there.
That was a terrible segue.
I had to workshop that hard. Anyways, what was
You should have just said something about relaxing,
Yeah.
which I did not do
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, come on, it was obvious.
Yeah.
More work. Hey, I took a road test like a few days ago. Actually, no, just yesterday. And I terribly failed.
Nice.
I
I
got-
kinda had a feeling, but anyway.
I got 50 points off.
Woo! That's more than 5.
It's actually 10.
Yeah, 10's
Yeah. But apparently, I found out on this year on January 1st, they hiked up the prices, up double,
Oh, so it's like what, 40?
$55 and
50.
yeah, $55 per test. So it used to be like
It
20.
used to be $20.
Yeah,
I
now
paid,
it's
like,
55.
I believe I owe my mom like $100 for those.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's 55.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking about spending like maybe near $300 on like.
Maybe you wait a while until you really get used to the road before you go for your next one.
I have to
Before-
because the next time I can take it is in 30 days.
Yeah.
That's the fastest time.
Yeah. So besides paying $50 for a road test
And
what-
running people over with the driver instructor right next to me.
that'll put it like at least 5 points.
just
At
five.
least 5.
Just five. Another thing is that I finished Shadow of Mordor.
Hey, how was that?
Disappointed.
Not surprised with you.
Because I told Austin this.
What hasn't disappointed you?
Probably Dark Souls 1.
Knew it.
Dark Souls 1 or Far Cry 3. Maybe Dishonored? Those are the earliest games that I remember that didn't disappoint me. That's like a AAA title. Because I told Austin this. I felt I was cheated mainly because I played a better game before Shadow of Mordor, and it was called Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
But there was some highlights of the game where I want to talk about where one of the... I think my biggest highlight for the game is one of the rat bags mission where you have to kill one of the war chiefs, and the war chief comes out and you get swarmed by all these orcs while you're trying to fight him, and he just commentates you as you're doing everything.
My brother hated that mission.
I loved it. Every time you use that execution, it's like, ooh, look at the head fly off. It's gone so far. I'm like, I love this. Can you just...
I'm looking forward to the new Shadow of Mordor.
He I don't remember that part happening much. I think my brother might have liked or tolerated that. What he hated was he's trying to kill this one guy and there's like 20 enemies trying to kill him at the same time.
And this was before you have branding, so...
Yeah, that was.
Every time you use like Wraith Death Strike stuff, he's like, ooh, how do you do that? We don't know. I'm like, I love this guy. But other than that, the ending, I'm doing all the... So I basically collected all the, the memory stuff, like the artifacts, which I really liked. Like telling the backstory and everything. I collected the whole stupid picture thing, which I'm like, okay, it's a picture. Other than that, this Sunday I got dragged into Lumsden.
How so?
Because Psychopath's family member said, hey, yo, let's go to Lumsden to eat some burgers and ice cream.
But you can do that in town.
But the
But
snack
hey!
shack in Lumsden, though.
Yeah, the snack,
Oh, you're right!
I'm going to be honest, it was not that good.
Oh, sacrilege.
Here's the thing, I don't consume that much sugar. Mainly because I have a pure Asian diet at the moment. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get a milkshake. I felt like shit after that milkshake.
Should've just went 10 minutes more down the road and joined me at Craven.
And you know, and
would there have been anyone more out of place than Bomb at Craven?
Yes, the people that are playing EDM music.
Wait, those existed?
Yes!
I would join the EDM people then.
Don't ask me why, but there's people playing EDM music, and I'm like, why are you here? They were obviously here just for the party.
Other than that, more Dark Souls 2 with a buddy of mine, and just good old times where we're just being invaded and just fucking messing with the invader. He's like, hey, look at this try-hard invader. He wants to 1v1 my friend. Not a chance. Other than that, same old, same old.
Alright, so with that out of the way, we may as well get into some news.
And we got a lot of it this week.
We got a lot of news because this week was not only Craven, it was also EVO. EVO 2017, the biggest fighting game tournament in the world.
Not to mention, we didn't do the podcast last week.
Wait, what?
We didn't do the podcast last week.
No, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
You were here.
You were here.
You were here for it.
Oh, that was the...
my podcast last week.
A podcast every day.
Woo! Oh yeah, that was just the cold ones that we didn't do.
Yeah, no, we didn't do cold ones.
Okay.
I didn't do one this week. How about
This week.
Yeah, we can do that.
Anyways, let's get into some of this. So, with EVO comes a lot of fighting game news because, well, you gather a bunch of fighting game fanatics. They kind of want to hear some news about their favorite games. And I think of all the news coming out of EVO, the biggest one came out of Tekken in Bandai Namco with the latest DLC character being Geese fucking Howard from SNK. Like, holy shit!
Sorry, I don't play.
Y'all don't know Geese Howard!
I know.
Predictable!
I know who Geese Howard is. I just don't play a lot of like Tekken and all that.
Well, he's more from the Fatal Fury franchise, and he gives Heihachi a run for his money when it comes to worst father in game.
Is it possible?
Oh yeah, with Geese, how he treats Rock is pretty bad. But Tekken's killing it with their guest characters and how they're applying them into their story, because Akuma has story implications in Tekken. And then you add Geese, and he might have story implications in Tekken. So you have... This also makes me wonder, does this mean the King of Fighters universe, the Tekken universe, the Street Fighter universe, the Dead or Alive universe, and the Soul Calibur universe, are all of these connected?
Yes.
Don't forget Ninja Gaiden, because
Ninja Gaiden, yeah.
was in
One.
Dead or Alive. Or at least the movie, I don't know the games.
He's been in the Dead
Could
or
you
Alive.
Okay, well then-
Amazing.
multiple
Imagine
characters
one game
from
that just
Ninja Gaiden has
combined
been there.
all these universes
I don't play
into
them, I
one
just know about
giant
them.
fighting.
I only played
I
the first
just
one.
And that game's called...
I only
Yeah.
played
Yes.
one and two. That's about it.
But yeah, like, this is definitely big news. It makes me want Tekken 7 even more, because I want to do double Renpukens
Is it?
on everyone.
Isn't it on Steam now?
Tekken 7? I think so. I want to say it is. But continuing on, in fighting game news, coming out of Street Fighter, because everyone was super hyped about Geese being in Tekken, Street Fighter got in their DLC character news, and it is Abigail from Final Fight, who is gigantic and looks like shit.
He looks like a pink version of the Hulk.
What the fuck?
So he stands like 2 Kens tall. Like, he's the biggest Street Fighter character. He's taller than Hugo. Except he looks like gameplay wise, he looks pretty fun.
If
He's
he doesn't have a
contractor.
Hulk skin, I'm disappointed.
He might have a Hulk skin. I wouldn't. Like, or at least he will have a Hulk recolor.
He looks like.
In fact,
The
let me see
Rock.
his face again.
He looks like.
Get rid of those, and yeah, he has just enough differences so Marvel can't sue them.
Well, I mean, they kind of work together most of the time.
He
so.
looks
true.
like the Hulk's punk rock brother.
And like, I'm gonna pull up a picture of what Abigail looked like back in original.
Are we looking at one of those worst redesigns ever to go with Reboot Dante and Chris's muscles?
There was actually a comparison picture of like original Chris, and then Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom Chris, where he's just giant.
Well, remember he can punch
So, like,
boulders.
Here's Abigail back in like.
Oh wow!
Like, not nearly as big. And then I'm gonna
Wait,
throw
now
up-
he's pink.
Well, shh! Don't mind that. Don't look at it.
What do you mean by pink?
If you look at him now, he's pink.
Yeah. So.
Unless that picture's just a really bad rendition, but he's pink. He's totally pink.
What do you mean?
Totally pink.
That's
And
totally
now look at
peach,
him now.
man.
He's like
Pink.
3 Abigails before. Like, he's
Yeah, you know what? They did do the Chris thing.
Yeah, they did. He's huge.
He looks like he
Before
ate.
he was about the same size as like Cody and whoever back in then, or Mike Hagar. But now he's just huge.
Hey, Ryan.
Gamma
He
radiation.
just looks like crap. Like his design looks like crap.
Ryan.
You think they'd learn from Redfield?
Gamma
One.
radiation.
2 words. Huge quest.
Abigail's on a huge quest. You're fucking right. You're fucking right. But like, I think he should have been about Hugo's height, where he's not like.
Yeah, this is making
This is a
Chris
bit
look
too much.
realistic.
Yeah, it makes Chris look like fucking string bean. Like, fuck. fuck, this is too much.
You know, you're gonna have to put pictures of Chris on when we get
Like-
to this part so they know what we're talking about.
I really wish that this was Mike Hagar coming to Street Fighter V, but it's not. It's Abigail, and I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, definitely technically.
Like, Street Fighter needs a real killer character coming in, and this is not the character.
I don't know why, but the only thing I can think about is Christian, Korean Jesus.
Oh,
Dante.
yeah, Rip Korean.
They dropped Dante in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't play the Devil May Cry series, but if they drop old Dante as a DLC character for Street Fighter, that would get people talking.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be really cool. Also, Evo Japan.
Of course, if they dropped Reboot Dante and if they get people talking too, just not in the way they'd want.
Yeah. So Evo Japan will mark ARMS. Its debut as a tournament fighting game.
Boo!
What's with you and ARMS? ARMS is cool.
Isn't it basically just Punch Out, but you're actually like...
There's more strategy to it.
Yeah, strategize. But it's basically the same setup. Two guys facing each other and you have to punch them.
Well,
It's
yeah.
just a little bit different.
Well, that's what fighting games are.
it's a good.
Yeah, so why isn't Punch Out being considered?
Because there isn't like
There's no
one-on-one
multiplayer.
punch-out.
Make it multiplayer.
Well, yeah, that's.
Hey, that's basically ARMS, just a few more
That's why I'm
things.
waiting for ARMS DLC where it's just
Little Mac.
But not like where Lil Mac has the stringy arms. No, it's just Lil Mac and he has like dashes.
He just
That
dashes
would be
forward.
cool as hell. So you're just like playing as Ribbon Girl and you're trying to take him out. Just like dodge, dash in, punches you out. Just like, what the hell?
So basically, he's going to reenact, Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Also, we got Dragon.
But anyways,
Yeah, so Evo Japan, which will take place January 26th to 28th in Tokyo. The 8 games headlining it are Tekken 7, Guilty Gear Xrd, King of Fighters, BlazBlue, Central Fiction, Smash Bros. For Wii U, and Street Fighter. But hilariously enough, Melee will not be there. So, fuck Melee.
Haha!
Move on, please. For the love of God, move on from Melee. That's all I have to say to Smash people. Is move on from Melee. And since you brought up Dragon Ball,
Fuck!
Dragon Ball Fighter Z producer confirms Trunks is going to be a playable character.
Wait, he wasn't a playable character?
Not initially, but they revealed that future Trunks will be a playable character, and he looks dope.
How dope?
Like super dope. I'll just turn off the volume on this.
I need visual feedback here.
I don't play a lot of phone games, so I'm
Me
just
either.
gonna be
I
mostly
don't-
on the side
Yeah,
playing
this is
for
gonna
this.
be-
I give no more than
So
2
this game
shits.
still looks really good. Like Arxis is really pulling out the stops on this.
oh yeah, it does look really dope.
Him kicking the shit out of Cell.
Yep. Frieza.
Like I do want to play this game just so I can, because the idea of a Dragon Ball style fighting game to me is actually really cool.
I mean, haven't you played the Budokai Tenkaichi games?
No.
You haven't? Oh man, you should play Budokai 3. That shit's great. But like, this is like the first true just fighting game that isn't like Dragon Ball Xenoverse. This is just Dragon Ball. Well, actually, like it's kind of got like Marvel where you can have 3-on-3 and
That's
if you
actually
want to.
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
You got options.
Yeah.
Like it just looks fun.
I'm
as
gonna
hell.
check this game out.
Oh yeah. Continuing with fighting game news because we got a lot. BlazBlue Cross.
Let's just
Tag
save
Battle.
that one thing we know we're covering until the very end.
Yeah, don't worry. Like,
Cookie clicker!
Don't worry. Well, I'm trying to blow through this as quick as possible.
Because we have a lot to do, and it's
Yeah, don't worry.
we don't want to spend too
I'm
much.
speeding up this. BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle announced for Evo 2017. So BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle combines BlazBlue, Persona 4 Arena, Ruby, and what else? Under Night and Birth, which I'm not actually really aware of what that is, but yeah, it's like 4 franchises all coming together in a tag battle game, which that looks pretty fun actually. I'm not even a big BlazBlue fan, but like I'm a big Persona guys.
I mean, Ryan, I think you're the only one who's excited for these because none of us are evil guys or like fighting game guys.
I'm a little, yeah.
You should get into fighting games again, man.
Like, I haven't really been into fighting games since, I'm not gonna say Soul Calibur, 'cause probably since I played Street Fighter 5, be the last time, but it's like, I didn't really like Street Fighter 5 as much as I thought it was going to.
Oh yeah.
I've been meaning to get Tekken.
Yeah, we need to get
Like, if I got that, that's probably gonna be what gets me back into fighting games is Tekken 7.
Tekken
It's
7
amazing.
is probably a good jumping point.
The only fighting game that I remember playing a lot was Soul Calibur 2. That's about it.
Yeah, this is going to make a big splash for the anime fighters. So this next one coming from Akira, who made the Street Fighter EX games, which were way back in the day. They were like 3D Street Fighters that were in the style of like Tekken. And initially, this was an April Fool's joke that they're going to make a new game. Well, they confirmed they're making the whole game now.
Nice.
With characters such as Skullomania and just they don't even have a title for this thing, but I mean Skullomania is the greatest character in Street Fighter, so
I know jack shit about Street Fighter.
well, Skullomania is the greatest thing. Like there's an ending where he makes all the other characters into Skullomania. Every character is Skullomania. Yeah, this game looks pretty fun. I
In
like
what,
fighting
like an
games.
assimilation process or something?
Yeah, like brainwashing. Like there's a picture that you can find of Skullomania, and it's Ryu like on the cutting room floor. He's like chained up. He's actually naked, and it's weird. And just all the characters are turned into Skullomania. They're Skullomania. He's the best. I love you, Skullomania. Yeah,
Holy crap.
this game looks wild.
It does.
Anyways, last bit of news. This one, Darkstalkers Jada is coming to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So, Darkstalkers gained 2 characters in there with Morrigan and Jada.
Of course.
Jada had. When was the last time Jada was around? I think he was originally like the first Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. But yeah, more diverse. A more diverse cast is what that game needs because, man, I don't give a shit about half the characters because we've seen them before. It's such a safe cast.
Yeah, like they're casting the ones that everyone knows about. Like, give me some other options. The ones that comic book fans really know. Because there's a lot of ones that can put in for both Marvel and for Capcom that's like, yes.
Like they're hinting at a Gamera from Guardians of the Galaxy coming in.
Gamora.
Yeah, my bad.
But Austin.
Gamera is the giant turtle.
My bad.
But Austin, marketing reasons.
No, shut the fuck up.
Marketing
This
reasons.
hurts everyone.
Marketing.
Because besides like X, like I didn't want to see Chris again. I wanted Leon
Yes.
or Claire.
Is Jill back?
Well, I hope Jill's not back. I hope Claire's back. Or
I'm just
or
wondering if they've
like,
I like Jill Valentine, but give other people a shot. Like,
oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering, have they confirmed a Jill back? Or what?
I'm not sure yet, but like Chris didn't need to come back. Everyone was
yeah,
hoping
give
Leon was going to
Leon needs
make his Marvel debut, but no, we didn't. I don't think we needed Dante.
Yeah, well, you know what? Capcom has been a bit crappy about how they handle some of their you know what? Maybe the characters in general. I just know from the Resident Evil side. I don't know if it's a thing they do with all the characters, but at least when it comes to Resident Evil, they don't really handle them well.
Yeah.
Like, if, for example, in Resident Evil 6, Helena, if Leon's chapter, why couldn't she have been Claire? In fact, later in the game, she dresses up in a red coat and is like an exact Claire costume, and I'm like, oh my goodness! Even more insult to Claire.
But marketing.
Also,
And
why is there no Resident Evil 7 characters? The new game that just came out, you're not going to promote it in your fighting game?
I can kind of see why,
I
though.
can see why.
I can
but,
see
like,
why.
You need to promote your games.
Marketing.
Wait.
But like, you could have swapped Ryu with Ken. You could have swapped Chun-Li with Cammy, or hell, maybe some of the new characters. Well, maybe Karen or new character like Rashid.
Abigail.
Rashid would have been great in
Guys, I'm going to
Abigail.
keep
Put
on
Abigail
repeating
in.
what the fuck I'm keep on saying.
Nova and Firebrand did not need to come back. Hawkeye didn't need to come back. Thor, you could have replaced.
I think
Hulk with
Spider-Man
Red
is
Hulk
pretty
at
neat.
least.
Rocket
I think-
Raccoon. I'm sorry, but
It would have been nice as a legacy character.
Yeah, but,
in
like,
DLC.
I think
no.
Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine are the only characters we agree have to be there.
Well, yeah, they're mainstays in Marvel at least. But like Spencer from, I'm blanking on the name. Bionic Commando. He didn't need to come back. Arthur didn't need to come back.
no.
But like,
Or
there's
be like Smash Bros. Just keep expanding it. Keep the same characters, but add all the new ones, so they at least have choice.
well, that's what I'm thinking they're planning on doing. It's just at the start, this is such a safe cast, and it doesn't help.
Is this the full cast?
Right now, this is the
That-
full revealed cast.
Oh
I'll have to take a look at that later.
Like,
no.
it's pretty pitiful
like
Wait, that's the entire game?
for now.
That is pitiful. Mortal Kombat 10 has
Marketing!
more characters than
No,
that.
this is bad marketing.
Mortal
Marketing!
Kombat 10 has
It's
more
terrible
characters than
marketing.
that.
Like, I'm looking at Mortal Kombat and how they were almost, 50-50 in new characters.
In
and
Mortal
returning
Kombat
cast.
10, I'd have to look at it again, but basically,
Well,
yeah,
I
they
think
had.
Injustice was 50-50.
Oh, Injustice too?
Yeah, Injustice 2 had like
Yeah.
50-50 new characters.
Yeah, they had-
returning cast.
They had just as much new characters
and like
as
that's what-
returning ones.
but that's what we're always
And
looking for.
with the premier skins, where they have, well, even though it's a costume, for example, Mr. Freeze isn't in the game. You can play as Mr. Freeze if you play as Captain
Captain
Cold and
Cold,
give him the
yeah.
Mr. Freeze skin. And he has a different voice actor, a different costume, and
Yeah.
different interactions.
Exactly,
If you
that's
have him
a
fight
pretty
against
good step.
Batman, he'll have different interactions than Captain Cold would with Flash. So technically, the game even has more characters than what they show. Plus, the DLC's coming later, and we already know if the Black Lightning thing turns out to be true, Black Lightning will have a Raiden skin. Or
Are they
if
going
they
to
switch
just-
back Raiden with a Black Lightning skin. But there's 2 characters instead of 1.
They're just going to push skin marketing.
You know, I wouldn't mind
Oy.
if Chris has a Leon skin or a Claire skin, as long as you change their movesets just a little bit. But even
If-
then, you'd have like.
Wait,
for
if that's a
instance,
full cast, we should be able to tell if Jill's back.
well, this is so far
And they give
the
Jill
cast
the Claire
that's
skin.
revealed, since we still got time till release. But from
And
also from
what
what
they
I
have
heard,
so far is
Marvel
pitiful.
looks a lot better now. Like the multiplayer demo they had at Evo looked a lot better than the story demo that got out initially. That did that game no favors. But like, I just look at this cast and you could have swapped out so many characters with different ones.
You have to
And
keep
you
variety. You
bring
can
in-
keep some classics, but you have to
you
bring
keep
new.
the classics like Ryu, like Morrigan, like Dante, but a lot of these characters you could have swapped out. You could have swapped Captain America with the Winter Soldier and just give him the shield. That would have been cool.
Or
Or Bucky as Captain
a
America.
Winter Soldier skin. Keep the character, but give him a skin so players who are tired of this one have the option.
Maybe bring in Falcon.
That's what yeah, you know what? That's what Injustice 2 did. You're tired of playing with this one character? Well, they might have a premier skin. Like
I've
for Green
wanted
Lantern.
different Iron Mans for Iron Man.
That's what
Hey,
Chrome
guys.
will do.
Yeah, different armors.
Yeah.
How
Make
Iron
it-
Man has
make it
tons
so you
of
can play as
Hulk,
Red
Red Hulk, She-Hulk,
Joe Fixit?
Hulk,
Guys.
Hulk Jr.
That'd be awesome.
Guys,
What?
A-Bomb, Abomination?
a fighting game
Yeah.
with only one character. One character only,
Yeah.
but just like thousands of skins.
Nidhogg.
But hey, Nidhogg
Nidhogg's
is
a
fun.
fighting game.
Yeah, it's a great fighting game, and the second one's coming out. Or is it
Yeah.
out? I think it's coming out.
I have a little problem with its art style. I think they should keep it the simple art style.
Yeah, the art style.
Have they ever made a fighting game where you have a mass variety of customization? Like it's only one fighter, but you can customize the fighter.
Fire Pro Wrestling, you can do some real deep customization, but they have their own cast.
Your dog's going
I'm
feral.
just gonna pause for a moment. Dude. Yeah, like, I'm hoping that Marvel's cast looks better.
Tell me what it looks right now.
Yeah.
Marketing.
Just have to wait on that.
Marketing.
Anyway,
Now, we finally got through all that fighting game news. Let's get into some more news. So, news that you're probably interested in. Jodie Whittaker.
We're saving that for last, aren't we?
Well, I thought we did.
Okay, if we're getting it out of the way, then let's go.
Yeah. So Jodie Whittaker will play the 13th Doctor. So.
Well, first of all, is anyone else here a Doctor Who fan?
Nope.
Fell out with it, but I might get.
When did you fall out?
Midway through Matt Smith. I just couldn't stand what's his face, the show director.
Moffat.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
stand Moffat's piece of shit. I hate him.
Yeah, I'm not too fond of him either. I like some of the stuff he did. I mean, some of the stuff he's done
There was good
is
stuff. It's
okay, but when
there's
he's
so much bad.
when he was put in charge of the entire show, it really did suffer. You can more in the Capaldi years.
Yeah, I heard
Like
later
the
in
first little
Capaldi
bit of
got
Matt
it.
Smith, I felt was fine. The last little bit started to waver, but like basically after the 50th anniversary, yeah, you know what? As soon as Capaldi, like they changed like stuff. Like Smith had some problems, but he was still like his showrun. And I'm not doing it just based on the doctors. Like they have a major part, but it's not just them. It's like the show quality and like everything in general. Smith was enjoyable. When Capaldi came on, you could see like the dip and stuff became more like obvious and stuff. And now I'm like, okay, they're basically rebooting the show with like a bunch of new stuff, and I'm like, good, because it needs one. So yeah,
what do you
Moffat,
think
I
John
don't like
Whittaker
Moffat.
as the 13th Doctor. What do you think?
Well, first of all, well, this has always been, when it was announced, like, basically the internet has been split two ways. Yes and no. Me, I'm more of on the fence. This is kind of why. Like, I'm a fan of Doctor Who, and I even was before the 50th anniversary, because, like, the 50th anniversary came out, people were like, oh, the show's still on, and they got into it. There was a bit of a popularity spike then, but it has since, like, been dropped. Long before that, I was a Doctor Who fan. When I heard, like, I obviously heard that Capaldi was regenerating soon. I'm like, okay, I wonder who they're going to get to be the new Doctor. And then turns out it's going to be Jodie Whittaker. Like the rest of the internet, I'm a bit on the fence because, first of all, I'll just get this out of the way. It doesn't really make sense for the Doctor to turn into a female because they've only done that in recent years. This is a show that's been going on for plus 50 years, and every single time it's always been a guy, and they've always implied that for like over 50 years. And then in recent years, like in the last 2-3 years, Moffat introduced this idea that Time Lords can regenerate not just the face but gender when he turned the Master into Missy, who I really hate. I hate Missy. I'm saying that right now. They turned the Master into Missy, and then in the season 9 finale they had one Gallifrey Commander guy regenerate into a woman, and as soon as I saw that, I'm just like, okay, they're going to make the Doctor female for the next generation. And I'm like, I can see 2 points of the argument, because on one side, people like the show's always been about, like, change and, like, all this, like, stuff. And I'm like, okay, I can see that, but there's a difference between change and changing the show and then breaking or reinventing or loopholing a 50-plus year rule of canon. Like, he also did it for Generation. They said 13 lives, and then when the Doctor reached his 13th life, they just wrote in this little thing that reset it so they can keep having Doctor Who, even though like they've wasted 2 of his lives that we never saw, which could have been like 6 years of television. And the only reason they've made this thing the Doctor can turn into a woman is so they could have the Doctor into the woman. Because all the way why wasn't any of the previous 12 Doctors a woman? They were all guys up until now. They only recently introduced it, and now it's happening. And I'm on the fence because I'm not too keen on it, but I'm not against it either. Like, not fully against it. That's a bit confusing what I'm saying. I'm interested to see where it goes, but I'm going to be on the fence until it happens, because I can see it being good for the show, because the change in showrunners, Moffat's leaving, thankfully. He's gone, thank goodness.
He was gone already.
No, this was his last series.
Okay.
The guy who's doing, I don't remember his name, but the guy who's doing Broadchurch, which is a wonderful series, all 3 seasons are really good, which has Tennant and a bunch of BBC people. Tennant's amazing in it.
Yeah.
I like Broadchurch. He's doing it. And Jodie Whittaker was on Broadchurch, and that's how I know her, and I really liked her in that. So when I heard she's the Doctor, my initial reaction was, oh, they're making the Doctor a female? Well, at least it's her. I'm interested in it because I think the reason why I'm not hating it, or another thing is I've never been too keen on change. It usually takes me a while to, like, adapt or do something with change, but, I think Jodie Whittaker could be interesting. Like, I'm a little interested and excited to see what they do with it. I don't entirely have that big of a problem with the Doctor being female. It shouldn't have been something introduced in, like, the last 3 years or so. It should have been something, like, brought up in, like, the classics, saying this is something we could do, or stuff. Or at some point the Doctor said, who knows, maybe in the next generation I could turn into a woman or something. Like, it's just weird that it just happened and then it's happening now. Like, it makes it feel like it's the only reason is so they could do this.
Well,
but at the same,
I think at the end of the day, it comes down to, like, back then it was a different mindset.
that's another thing. It was different back in the day too. But Doctor Who was also always about change. If any show could do it in the past during those times, Doctor Who would have the best probability. And in fact, if they tried it, it might have worked. Well, so long as they didn't try during the Colin Baker years, because the guy in charge of Doctor Who then wanted the show dead and did everything he tried to kill it. Back then it wouldn't have worked. They might have done it in an attempt to kill the show, but the fact that it's Jodie Whittaker makes me more interested because I do know her, I do like her, and I'm interested and it's not just basically so long as they keep the character the Doctor. Like, the Doctor's been the same character without the same faces. They just have their own interpretation and stuff about them, but they're still playing the same character. There's stuff that stays the same with them. So long as they, you can put your hand down. I'm going to be like 2 minutes or something. So long as
If
they
I don't do this, I'll forget.
so long as they keep the Doctor, and don't focus so long on the fact that the Doctor is a woman now. Like,
I think it would be interesting.
kind of
if
like what they
just
did.
Like, oh, I'm girl.
You know what? I kind of want them to do what they did, what Wonder Woman did. Like, when Wonder Woman came out, you knew they had to go through or explain or acknowledge the growing up on an island with no woman, coming into this man's world, and like all that stuff. They had to acknowledge it, but when it happened in Wonder Woman, it happened, and then it was gone. They didn't dwell on it. They didn't drag it out. They acknowledged it. They moved on. I want them to do that for Doctor Who, because if the main thing of the show is focusing that the Doctor's now a woman and emphasizing it at like every single point, I'm gonna be annoyed. Like, I don't want to like.
Anyone would be annoyed by that.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to be annoyed because
the Doctor at the end of the day has to be the Doctor.
yeah, he should just be like.
I don't think
Capaldi should regenerate, look down, just like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. What should happen is he should regenerate, look down, it's like, oh, I'm a woman now.
Hey, I'm missing.
That's never happened before. And don't solely focus like,
Just for comedy purposes.
oh.
Those are new.
Or like focus on that, or making feminine jokes or stuff like maybe, you know what? I'm not going to say that on the
Poke
show.
fun at it a little bit.
Adding a new set into the sonic screwdriver or whatever. Like, so long as they don't do stuff like that, and just solely focus on the Doctor's a woman now and drive that point in, and keep the show what it's supposed to be, the adventures of the Doctor and the Companions saving the world, galaxy, Earth, universe from this weak alien threat or the Daleks.
I doubt that they will.
I do too, but I fear it might. Like, at the very least, the first episode will be full of it, and then they'll get rid of it.
That ran Broadchurch, I think.
I have hope, because I liked Broadchurch, I like the actress, so I hope for the series. I just don't know whether Bill is back or not. I hated Bill, and based on the ending of the last episode, I don't know whether she's going to be back or not, and I really don't want her to be back. I want her to be gone. She was the worst companion since Chameleon. I liked Rose better than I liked Bill.
I liked Rose.
For me,
I didn't. She was an annoying teenage girl who had a crush on the Doctor and kept getting into these ridiculous situations that he had to save her from. And she never learned her lesson. And I'm like, This is a horrible companion.
That is a terrible person.
Anyways, Bomb, you had your hand up for quite a while.
I had like 5 different comments, but somehow he kind of covered them.
Okay.
I was going to say, first of all, I don't know anything about the show, and I was going to.
Well, don't start now. It's got a 50-plus year
I know.
history.
I was going to
just
ask.
start when they initially rebooted it.
Yeah, you could. Although I watched
It's
classic
not
episodes,
that
I really love Remembrance of the Daleks. It's one of the best.
So I was going to ask. So from what you said, the Doctor regenerates into a different phase.
In the beginning of the show, the actor who first played the Doctor, William Hartnell, was getting old and couldn't remember. Basically, and they wanted the show to keep going, but they couldn't do it with him. So what they did is they recasted Patrick Troughton as the Doctor and created this thing called regen or regeneration, in which case every time the Doctor gets too old or he dies or is fatally injured, his body would glow or explode or whatever, which version they do it, and he would change actors. That way they've been able to keep the show going and have a different face. Now the thing
It's
was,
basically like if a lizard was shedding its skin.
yeah, he dies, it comes off, and it's a new body. And the thing is, this is the first time they're doing it, and it's going to change gender. And it's done. This will be the 13th interpretation of the character. Well, 13th numbered. There's still War Doctor.
Yeah, there was
and
the
then,
War Doctor in between.
Thanks to Tennant,
It was 14.
well, not thanks to Tennant, but thanks to Moffat, a wasted life Tennant did. He's just once regenerated and kept the same face, that's a waste of a life. We could have gotten 3 years out of 3 years of TV out of that one life.
Oh, cool.
And they had to introduce this thing where the Doctor has all his lives back, and just well, when you cheat him out of 2 lives, that's what you're gonna have to do.
Anyways, you also had a thought, didn't you?
I think we're still on him, but okay.
Yeah, you guys just cut me off, but
Go ahead.
Go.
fucking hell, man. I'm just going to waste as much time as possible now.
Go.
Fuck you guys.
Go.
Anyways, so even though their faces change and whatnot, they still have the same personality, same quirks.
To a point, that's still the same character. They still have
They have a similar mentality, but their personalities
yeah,
are
mentality.
Take on a new kind of it's basically a new persona.
Yeah, they have likes or dislikes. What was it they showed in one that
It's basically Man with a Thousand.
I forget. I think Matt Smith used to Matt Smith's Doctor, the 11th Doctor, used to fish sticks and custard, and then I don't remember if this is actually them, but they did this once. I'm just giving an example. The 11th Doctor fish sticks and custard, and then the 12th Doctor tried it and he hated it. They have different likes and dislikes,
Yeah,
different personalities, but at the
different,
core they're the same character.
Yes, they have their quirks. Every Doctor has their quirks.
or their own thing,
And also their own,
and their own
style that they... I really like the Ninth Doctor style, just the leather jacket.
I'm sorry. The style is okay, but I hate the Doctor.
All right.
Honestly, he's my favorite.
All right. Let's just get through our thoughts on this, so we can
Thoughts.
just quickly.
So we gotta move on to Cookie.
Yeah,
This is why
anyways,
this is why I wanted to save this for last.
Yeah.
Let's see why you also wanted to do this now.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Second of all, out of the 5.
Start.
So second of all, you said it's about change. So why is everyone getting up on their ante about change, the change?
well, because
show? Fuck.
because like you said, there's 50
It's the
years
biggest-
of canon where it's always been a guy, and now it's recently that it's it can be a girl too.
So what if they
If
turn
they
it?
eased into it, it wouldn't be a big deal. But they're all of a sudden just doing it. They
Yeah,
only
but-
introduced the idea that this could happen 3 to 2
Yeah, but
years ago, and then
once
they're doing
again,
it.
that to hammer home Ryan's point, it was a different mindset before, so obviously it'd be
Wasn't
you
in the
ease it
reboot series.
Yeah,
Well, initially.
yeah, but
Well, we also live in a different world than... when
Which is another reason why people are harping on it. It's just they're doing it all of a sudden.
Well,
Like,
at the
I
end
don't
of
have
the day...
I don't have that big of a problem with it. I mean, it's weird, and I'm not ready to jump aboard it yet. I'm a little hesitant, but I'm not against it. I'm just saying, I'm not good with change. This is a pretty big change. You have to ease me into it. You can't expect me to jump on right at the get-go. I'm not saying she's going to be horrible. I'm not saying the show's gone to crap and I'm not going to watch it anymore because, they changed the Doctor's gender. I'm hesitant. I want to see...
Superficial change.
Yeah.
It's superficial.
bum your.
I'm not gonna jump on right away.
Let me continue on with my point. So why not make it as like a kind of like the goal for that doctor to find out what the fuck happened? Like this was not supposed to happen.
No, I wouldn't do that. If the 13th Doctor's whole story thing
That's
including
more like
them
a side
is why they turned into a female, I'm not going to enjoy
Not the whole
show.
thing, but just like a side thing. So like it's kind of on their
it's
mind,
the
but
One
not
episode, you can sub that in
You
one
don't
sentence.
focus on-
Biology. All of a sudden, the Time Lord's biology can do that.
No, just spend the first episode doing it. Like
It's
maybe
like-
just give. Like,
Fine,
the
do
first
it and get it
episode,
out of the way, I guess.
Like
Yeah.
set it up.
And besides,
then-
the episode.
Well, they don't even need to. They've already done it in the show. They
Yeah.
don't really need to do it, actually. They've already done it in the show with turning the Master into Missy.
At the
And then
same-
showing that one Gallifrey
But at the same
commander
time-
guy turn into a girl.
But
Like,
at the same time, it will
you
help
just assume it's
ease
biology.
fans into the character if they can explain.
Maybe if
it
they
better.
explained it's something to do with his new... You know what? I got an idea.
Like whiny ass, punk ass boys.
You know, I got an idea.
Like,
Maybe if they...
But yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
Maybe if they explained it's a side effect or something to do with his new regeneration cycle, because what they did, like, they used up all the lives by the time Matt Smith was going to regenerate, and he even said he's going to die, he doesn't have any lives left, and then they, Ex Machina, the Time Lords did something that will allow him to have his new life cycle, which they even said was breaking science and rules in the show. Matt Smith actually said in the show, we're breaking some serious science here. So maybe if they explain that maybe the thing was a side effect, like before you always turn into guys, this is a new life cycle, it's going to be different. Maybe if they explained it that way, it will help the hesitant fans get on board. It's like, okay, because then that is different from before, and it also explains it. Like maybe his new life cycle has a few females in there. His previous life cycle only had males.
Next point, Bum.
And on
it?
top of that, what was the other thing I was gonna?
Maybe we should wrap on.
Yeah, I forget the other thing at the moment. So.
I fear that if I say any more, it's going to add 5 hours to this podcast. So I'm just going to say, yeah, I don't know the show. It's not going to interest me now. It's never going to interest me. Just so I have some thoughts, and yeah, now I'm just going to go to the bathroom because I have nothing else to say.
Well, I have a quick thought.
to go upstairs.
I have a quick thought and just kind of hammer some all the points we've been talking about. For me, it's just a bunch of people up in arms because
Now I remember the other thing. I'll wait for you to finish that.
whatever. Because I don't like it. I don't
I
like
don't
the
like
boy beating up.
change.
I don't. I don't like the fact that the Doctor is now a female. Whatever. I don't mind it. I think as long as they give some explanation to it, it's gonna. I think it's gonna work. And I also just hope the writing of it doesn't. Like, I don't want them to ham on it. I don't want them to ham completely on the Doctor being a woman. I just want it to be a quick one and done, because I think,
Begin an episode.
yeah, I think for the fans, it would be the best way to do it, and also for the people that wanted this, and just for in general, if you're gonna make it make them a female, but also say this is still the Doctor, don't give me a lot of, like, give me the Doctor. Essentially.
Yeah,
what I'm
I don't want
saying.
them
Give
to
me
change
Doctor.
the character. I want
Yeah.
it to be the Doctor, just in a different body,
And I
and
think-
then still
At
own
the
take
end of
on
the
it.
day, it will still be
Yeah.
the Doctor.
Like, I'm saying the only way.
Like,
this
I don't want to
cannot
see,
work-
like, the Doctor... actually, depends on the variation. I could see a version of the Doctor doing this. Coming in complaining about, like, the clothes, saying, I
Yeah.
don't have to... I've never worn clothes like this before. It's just like, well, I don't want them
I
to do
got
stuff
nothing
like
to
that.
wear.
Like, it
The
can
hell?
be. I think it can be a subplot, but don't make it the main point. But what I was gonna say is, the only way this show will suffer.
Or if they
is
go
if-
for a romance thing.
May I just
I mean,
finish my point? The only way I think this will suffer is if the writers try and ham it up too much.
They drop the ball.
Yeah.
Just,
Like, the writers have to consider this like it's a male Doctor. If they just think of it, this is the Doctor.
Not just male Doctor, the
Yeah.
Doctor.
Yeah.
The Doctor.
This is the Doctor. If they stay on that point, this is the Doctor, then the show is going to do fine. It's going to be just as awesome. But if they don't do it, they're like, oh no, this is a female Doctor. We have to make sure everyone knows this is a female Doctor. Then you
We
know
have
it's-
eyes. I
yeah.
think we know it's a female
It's gonna
Doctor.
suffer. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna suffer if the writing tries and makes it go in that direction. If the writing just stays on point, it's gonna be good.
Or if they try to, I got 2 points, I remember the thing I was going to say, but also if they try to, suddenly the Doctor's female, if they try to throw in like a romance or something because female now, that's also going to make it suck. Even when they did throw in romance with the Doctor before, I always found it, no, you don't need to do that. Like River Song, Moffat's creation, I never liked it at all, and when there was, even when it was one-sided, the companion has a crush on the Doctor, I was like, no, that shouldn't happen.
Doctor Who is the one series where it's like they don't need to have romantic subplot.
No, they don't.
Just give me
platonic relationships with
Which-
friends doing cool space.
Which for the most time it is, but then you get to or other things, and then it is like that. I'm just saying, if they if like series throw in romance, like try to get the Doctor with like get a pairing in the Doctor Who, a ship or pairing in the Doctor Who fandom besides Doctor and River going, like if they do that, it won't work. And then the other thing I was gonna say is, the thing I've noticed about some Doctor Who fans is that they almost sound like a little too complainy at times. Like, oh, Max is too young.
Really?
Oh, Peter Capaldi's too old. Oh, she's a girl.
Like I've seen
Ugh.
every complaint possible. We're just reaching new grounds.
The Daleks
Imagine
the new Daleks look too fat. Oh, the Cybermen look like too much like Iron Man.
Imagine if they made a black Doctor. That hellstorm.
Actually, I could kind of see a Black Doctor not.
Well, yeah, me too.
I'm saying I could see a Black Doctor. I'm just saying, I don't.
Then people just
be
become
talk-wise?
fucking racist.
Actually, no. I think.
Well, think about
I
it.
think some people would accept it more than that. Like, I'm trying to word this very carefully. I'm saying I don't think people would people split half and half on the Doctor becoming a woman. I don't think it would be so much as that if it was a Black Doctor, if it was a male Black Doctor, because he's still the same thing. His skin just changes, and I could see that more than female. So like Austin said, they have to explain his sudden ability to turn into a female. You can't go 12 generations before, and well, actually, who knows? Maybe the one Tennant wasted was the one female.
The next one is a sassy black woman.
For me.
Oh, if they made the Doctor if they made
the best Doctor ever.
Yes.
You mean Leslie Jones? If they made Leslie Jones the Doctor?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But
I don't know if I'd watch it if Leslie
for
Jones
me,
was the Doctor.
I feel like this debate with the Doctor is the same debate they have currently going on with James Bond.
Exactly.
Like I don't want to get in too far into this,
Let's
but
not
I'm
get
just
too far
saying.
into that.
But I'm just saying it feels like the same debate because if they made the next Doctor a black guy, it'd be like, oh, we're gonna cast James Bond as a black guy, or we're gonna cast.
They can't really cast James Bond as a black guy. I'm pretty sure in the
Next
novels
James Bond.
I'm pretty sure if you look in the novels, it's stated many times he's Caucasian.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm like, you're adapting
It's
James
Hollywood.
Bond. He's
It's
a novel
Hollywood, it
character.
doesn't
It's
matter.
Hollywood. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Next James Bond, an Asian woman.
Now, if they made James
That was
Bond a woman,
unique.
Jennifer Bond or something, that'd be.
It's Constance Wu.
All right, let's go.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
We've talked enough about the Doctor.
Yeah,
So let's talk
interesting.
about what Bum's been raving to talk about. Cookie Clicker.
I got to be honest, when I looked at the update, I was like, okay, yeah, this fits with the cookie clicker thing because there is some horror elements, like eldritch horror elements in cookie clicker, believe it or not.
What's Cookie Clicker?
Oh my god, child.
Child.
if you're actually serious about this, child. Oh boy. I hope you're not serious.
I'm semi.
It's
It's
It's a clicker.
Yeah.
It's a clicker game that pretty much is
Click and you gather resources.
you get cookies to spend cookies to
To
make
spend
more
Oh,
cookies.
that
get
thing.
more
Yeah,
cookies.
okay.
All the
okay.
cookies. You open up a portal into the cookie nether realm and you get
And you
more
convert
cookies out of
light
that.
into cookies.
And the twist
Yeah.
is you're a Cookie Monster.
Now here's the thing. One of the upgrades you can get from upgrades is for the grandmas that you can get, like the second building, cold building that you get.
Grandma just shooting out endless hordes of cookies.
Here's the thing.
You enslave the world's grannies to have a whole cookie army.
Here's the thing. One of the upgrades, I shit you not, is making a gigantic hive mind of grandmas. And sooner or later, you you make them into eldritch horror monster.
The grandmas have come together in the universe to spread cookies.
Yeah,
So
basically.
yeah, with this
And
Cookie
pinch your
Clicker
cheeks.
update, it now features Sugar Lumps,
Which is shit.
Spirit Worship,
Which is shit.
and Spellcasting.
Yeah,
Philly Cookie Clitter.
Now here's the thing.
What is this game?
Here's the thing. I
You're
actually
cooking on cookies.
now if you guys
No, spellcasting.
I will tell you this. I started a new Cookie Clicker game yesterday. And I somehow got all the upgrades. I shit you not. Like these.
This is why I had to stop playing Clicker games.
No, here's like I got all the upgrades yesterday.
Play clicker games.
Spellcasting is interesting because if you cast a spell, it says, "Oh, you have a chance to do this," but there's like a percentage chance of it backfiring, which is the opposite, twofold.
Oh, that'd be annoying.
So just RNG bullshit. The sugar lumps, minor upgrades to your buildings, and idols, still minor upgrades. It's basically nothing. The update is nothing. There.
Well, damn.
So
Is it free?
So
yeah, it's free.
yeah, it's
Then why
free.
you complaining?
Yeah, exactly, it's free. But
But they said it was a major up.
Brainstorm
If it's a major update, it won't be free.
It's a major update,
Thank
but they also said that they're going to update few more times.
server muted you.
It's going to update like they're going to have more updates later on. So I can't wait until I see what they do.
So the developer also mentions they'll return in the Factory Dungeons minigame to be released at some point later.
Which they apparently mentioned 4 years ago,
Oh.
Oh,
Old
I believe.
yeah.
So,
Like,
Like,
yeah.
no, they first mentioned the dungeon thing that they were trying to implement 4 years ago.
Huh.
So yeah.
So, anyways, let's move on to more news that I'm sure you're interested in. StarCraft 2 premieres seasonal war chest program next week.
So from what I know about StarCraft,
There should be a 3
So
by now.
these are loot boxes, right?
yeah,
These are
it's
just
loot boxes that you have to pay for. You can get the bundle
Get credits?
Huh? with real money.
Oh.
Microtransactions.
Now here's the thing:
So what do they get you? Is it just cosmetic?
cosmetics stuff and digital comics.
Wow.
Yeah, but you actually have to pay for it. Then, from what I know, you have to play the game to earn them. But here's the thing: it's just, if it's like a campaign, I'm fully on board. If it's just playing whatever and you get the loot, then it's like, no. But from what I know, they're doing this because the pro players actually wanted a way to give Blizzard more money to continue StarCraft 2.
It's not like they're getting enough money from like Overwatch or WoW or anything.
This was
Yeah.
before Overwatch
Oh, okay.
actually. Yeah,
So
the
they-
pros wanted to support the game further because they said, I bought everything, but like,
There's nothing else for
get more.
me to support it.
yeah.
Support StarCraft more. Maybe we can get StarCraft 3.
But here's the thing. They were hoping that for a few years, and they said, yeah, we're on our rope's end, so we're just going to move back to Brood War.
Oh, thanks.
They're going back to a game that is much older than StarCraft 2.
How old is Brood War?
I want to say it came out around like 2000, but probably earlier. I'm pretty-
98.
98, yeah.
Next year's is 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
it's
why they're
gonna be
making that
free,
remake.
I believe, with the original
It's
stuff.
free, but they're making a remake that is
That's gonna
1080p
be- yeah,
HD. So
4K.
so here's the thing.
4K Brood War.
Who is the loot boxes for? Because all the Korean pro players went back to Brood War.
Didn't want enough.
Exactly. And they're back to Brood War, so
So
that's not going to bring them
how's-
back.
how's loot boxes gonna drag them back?
Exactly. It's going to. I'm guessing it's going to cater towards the North American
Casuals?
players.
Yeah. Anyways, well, that's it for StarCraft.
So basically, StarCraft. Blizzard, what the fuck are you doing?
Money.
Yeah.
Yeah. In our news, Telltale.
Bring back more campaigns, you fucks.
I'm sure they will. Telltale's teasing Comic-Con news, and fans are hungry for more Wolf Among Us.
I'm a bit on edge with Telltale. I
Yeah,
either like or hate their games.
I've been Telltale'd out for a couple of years now because, like, we had the initial salvo of Telltale stuff. Like, that original season of Walking Dead still.
Oh, that is amazing. That's one of my favorite. Season 2 was horrible. Season 2 was horrible.
It's not as good.
They said the game adapts the choices to create the story.
It never does.
No! You know what? The game ends the exact same way no matter what you do.
But that's all Telltale games, let's be
Then,
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like looking back at
Well,
season 1 of The Walking Dead, it still pretty much ends the same way.
Yeah.
But unlike season 2 and season 1, it feels like your choices actually do matter.
So let's look
like for,
into this a little bit.
actually, I don't know if I want to say that. I have an example, but it's really spoilers, so I don't.
Let's look
want
into
to
this
say.
a little bit.
La,
The good Telltale stuff. is
Actually, recently in season 3, they've gotten a little bit good. They still have many problems, but they're on a little bit of a
There's a
winning
season
streak
3?
with me.
yeah, they recently released season.
It's
first
much
episodes.
better than season 2.
There's one
Much
episode
better.
out
Than
right now, or
Season- huh?
Is the whole season?
Yeah, the
out?
whole season's out. I got the platinum
Oh,
for it
okay.
a while ago.
Okay, so let's look into this a little bit. So the good stuff from Telltale is Walking Dead season 1, Wolf Among Us.
Yes, Wolf Among Us
Tales
was
from the
amazing.
Borderlands.
Yes,
Starlight.
Tales from the Borderlands was amazing.
Was Batman any good?
I heard
Batman Telltale games.
Batman
didn't
was
mind.
kind of meh. I mean, I liked it at times, but I would be lying if I said me and my brother, my brother and me play all the well, I play the Telltale games. He sits beside me and watches me, but play with him. I'd be lying if I said me and my brother weren't playing through Batman and weren't making fun of it more than we were enjoying it. Like, it has some good things about it, but it also is quite a departure from other Batman stuff, which some might see in a good way, or if you're big Batman fans, like, well, I think maybe we enjoyed it more than most because we're big Batman fans, with Batman being our favorite superhero of all time. Like, it had some good things, but I can see it being a pretty meh game.
It could have done a lot better compared to recent Batman titles that came out.
Yes,
like
compared to the
compared to the
Arkham
Arkham
games.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
You can't really compare them though. One's a
One's a story-driven game, like the whole thing is story. The whole thing is story.
we're talking about Arkham, right?
No, I'm talking about Telltale.
Oh,
Batman.
it doesn't have that.
So basically, it's an over-glorified point-and-click game.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
actually,
actually,
it's in the vein of like the classic computer games like Monkey Island.
Mhm.
It's
and
essentially
actually, I actually
man.
can say this, but it actually no, it is kind of spoilers too. Let's just say in Batman, your choices really don't matter either way. Also,
it's
there may be one or two that do matter and actually affect or change the story, but the majority of them, like 80% of them,
It's pretty
Don't.
streamlined.
yeah, there's one thing that happens regardless of your choice. Like in episode 2, you're given a choice to do something. Whichever one you choose, the story continues the same way. Whichever one. One way makes it have sense. The other, no sense. So you want to do the one that makes sense.
what I would basically put that Batman game into
It's kind
is
of in the middle.
yeah, but it's also
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
in there.
I just feel like that was Telltale's like, all right, let's just cash in on Batman right now. That's what
Yeah.
it
It was a hot.
Yeah.
It was a mediocre Batman game.
When did they announce it? 2014 they announced it.
Yeah.
It was right after... No, Game of Thrones was going. They finished Walking Dead Season 2.
I heard a lot of not great things.
You know what?
about
I
Game
like
of
Game of Thrones. It
I
took
didn't-
me 4 months to finish the game.
I did not like the Game of Thrones.
I did not like it at all, which is like, I like Game of Thrones. I'm interacting with the TV show characters, with the voice actors. I'm like, I should be enjoying this. I'm not. It was a chore to go through the game. I don't even remember most of my stuff. If they come out for Season 2, I don't know if I'm going to buy it, or if I do, like, if
Wait
it ends
for it
up
to
free,
go
or if
on
the Season
sale.
Pass
Yeah,
is on sale.
sale.
I think I'm gonna have to go back and play the entire game or look at my choices just to
So-
remember what I did.
So the one thing I
And
heard
actually, there was one thing in the last episode I didn't like that I replayed to fix. So on to you.
So there was one thing I heard about the Game of Thrones that made it more enjoyable was just doing everything wrong.
Yes.
Everything wrong makes that game fun as hell.
Yes, but that's the
That's also the thing with a lot of Telltale games. Is if you purposely play them wrong, then it's kind of fun.
Or play them like you, where you just kept on interacting with the same thing over and over.
Big Ben. See. Hey Ben.
See. Fucking hate
Hey
that.
Ben.
See. Who
Uh,
was Ben again?
he was a piece of shit that got a lot of the good characters killed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck,
that
man.
guy.
Anyways,
Fuck,
back into the
So I
Spoiler.
guess in the not great stuff. Well, how old is the game? It's like 20.
I know, but still, there's probably like
5 years.
5 people out there who haven't played it.
Yeah.
And remember,
those
it's-
5 people
it's-
are probably not listening right now.
Well, it's also rated M, so people who couldn't play 5 years ago are probably playing it now.
if
You're playing it right now, what are you doing?
Playing one of the greatest games ever made. Well,
Play
I don't
Dark
know.
Souls. Fucking Dark Souls, man. Dark Souls.
So, also, how was that? Did anyone get around to playing the Guardians Telltale game?
No, I wait for the season pass to go on sale, and for most what I do with Telltale, unless it's The Walking Dead, I wait until either the whole series is out or the season pass is at a reasonable price. Like, usually a Telltale game is 5, sometimes 6 episodes long. When the season pass is on sale for like the cost of 2 of them, and they've gotten expensive. It used to be $5 an episode, now there's 7. If the season pass is like buying 2 episodes, then I'm like, that's a good deal. I only pay for 2 episodes, I get the rest of them for free. I'm waiting for the Guardians DLC, the Guardians the season pass to come on sale before I get it. I heard some things about it. I hear it's mostly just a cash in for the new movie.
Yeah. So
There's no reason for it
I
to
think
exist.
out of all the things that could be coming from this possible announcement at Comic-Con, it could likely be a season 2 of Wolf Among Us.
It had better be. I'm waiting for season 2 of
Or
Wolf Among
even
Us.
better, a brand new engine that they use.
They
They
had.
need a new engine.
Yes.
They need a better
They
engine.
they already introduced the new engine. They introduced it for Batman and for Walking Dead season 3.
Why is it
and
still
Guardians.
busted?
I don't know, but it's a new engine.
Announcement, they fixed the engine.
They need to fix that thing.
That's all the announcement is. Everyone's like, so, oh my god, it's gonna be Wolf Among Us. I'm like, nope.
No.
We fixed the engine, and yet everyone's gonna be like,
Yes! Yes!
If it's anything but Wolf Among Us season 2, because I highly doubt it's going to be Walking Dead season 4 where
No,
Clementine's the
that's
main.
way too soon.
It's way too soon.
It's way too soon.
The thing is, Clementine's the main player in season 4 again, which is what I wanted for all of season 3. I'm like, why aren't I playing as Clementine? But anyways, it's too early for that, so if the reveal is anything other than what the Wolf Among Us season 2, I'm going to be a little ticked. I can see it being Game of Thrones season 2 because they already said they're working on it.
Anyways, let's move on to my favorite news this week, which is RuneScape is heading to mobile. Woo!
I thought it already was.
Nope.
No.
It's now heading to
Now it
mobile
is.
now.
Now here's the thing.
Nah.
I'm actually interested in how this might play out, because
Oh,
one
yeah.
bad thing
On a mobile. Actually, yeah, then.
one bad thing about RuneScape back then when I was playing it is that it was like hackers can get into your account in and out
Oh yeah.
super fast.
No problem.
Like anyone could hack an account, but if it was on the mobile, then
I know my cousins
Would it
who played it a lot had that happen to them a couple times.
would it be easier? Like would it be harder for hackers to actually get to your account then?
If it's on an Apple device, I don't
If it's
know.
on an Apple device, probably. If it's on an Android, I don't know.
Oh yeah, if it's on an Android, I can see that being hacked.
But
Because they have been hacked many
Yeah.
times before.
and here's
Apple,
the thing,
I'm not saying it's not impossible, but
it's just
they have to be really good hackers.
and those quote hacks is just information leaks, basically, or picture leaks.
Okay, so this confirmed something I was really hoping. The portable version of RuneScape's old school mode, the continuously updated version of the game's first form. So, like, how the original, like, blocky look of it.
Yes! Yes!
It will be available before the end of the year. So, RuneScape Mobile will launch in 2018. So,
Yes.
you know what? I'm willing to go back to RuneScape as long as I can play as the old school mode because
I can't wait.
love that old art style to death.
I can't wait until everyone's asking, hey, you selling coal?
It's like fishing levels. 25.
Who has Tinder here?
Oh, Tinder.
Buying GF. Then the heel turn happens like selling GF.
Then one else like, hey, this high level guy is like, hey, follow me. Leads you into a PK zone, just instantly one-shots you.
Yeah.
Oh man, can't wait.
So moving on, y'all know the Alice games. American McGee says the fate of the Alice franchise is completely in EA's hands.
Oh no.
Yeah, so like I've never
It's
really
dead.
cared
It's
for
dead.
these games a whole bunch, but like
They're
I know there's a
interesting.
big fan base. For them.
They're very interesting. It's
They're
like a
interesting
dark.
take on it.
It's a dark take on a classic like story. And in fact, and that kind of pains me to say this, a more Tim Burton style Alice in Wonderland than the actual Tim Burton Alice in
More
Wonderland.
Tim Burton than Tim Burton.
In fact, I can
American McGee out Tim Burton. Burton.
I gotta say though, I really like the Alice games, and I'm really hoping that they actually do go forward and make another one. Like, I really hope EA will be like.
First,
"Alright,
before you
fine."
finish that sentence, think about it. EA. Now continue.
You know what? I'm willing to put a little hope in EA. They've let me down so many times, but I'm willing to put
It's
just a little
okay to
hope.
be let down again.
I'm willing to be
We're like
hurt.
the beaten girlfriend. And like we just keep coming back.
As much as I hate EA, they do publish my favorite video game series of all
Published
time.
so much good
But that's the
stuff.
thing, they publish, they don't make it. They have some say in it, but they're not the ones that
You know,
make it.
I still cannot forgive EA for what they did to Pandemic Studios.
Let's talk about that.
I don't.
Who
Which one is
Pandemic
Pandemic
Studios?
again?
They did a lot of stuff.
We don't talk about it, right?
They did Destroy All Humans. Just a lot of my favorite.
Oh, I know the logo. Just I got an idea.
The logo is the one with the gas mask.
Yeah, that goes
Very
without saying.
iconic, but,
I-
like, they killed Pandemic. You know, like because they acquired Pandemic the same year.
What they do is they
acquired
kill
Bioware.
them and then they reabsorb it into their own collectiveness.
Yeah, it just makes me sad. So I'm hoping American McGee can make another Alice game,
Hopefully.
at least for his sake.
Or maybe take the same style or feel they did with Alice and give it to a different.
Little Red Riding Hood.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
American McGee's Little Red
I mean,
Riding Hood.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Either if they
You know
don't
what?
if they don't do a
American
new Alice.
McGee's Great Fairy Tales.
You know, McGee
Yeah.
could just be the
Just make that
franchise.
happen.
American McGee's the franchise, and there's just all these games. We've got 2 Alice, a Red Riding Hood, Brothers Grimm.
Yeah, like American McGee has, his games are generally good. He's a great programmer and all that, so it'd be neat to see other takes from other Grimm's fairy tales.
I wonder what he will do with Snow White.
Oh. I
Because-
kind of want to see every single one of these games right now.
Because
If this actually happens, credit us.
Hey, that one's free.
Because hey, like
Fuck.
Snow White. If you think about the story of Snow
I'm
White,
just
it's a little
picturing
fucked
all
up.
the different takes on every single one of the dwarfs right now.
Snow White and there's the Cinderella bullshit.
Yeah.
Just
neat. So,
yeah.
What's a
Cinderella,
very-
I don't see as much as the other ones.
so,
I'm not saying he can. I'm just saying the other ones offer more
So-
possibility.
So,
try.
So yes, General So.
Daryl So. So.
Get on with it.
Okay.
So
So one of the very first stories we covered on this podcast was about the Atari box.
oh yes.
So there's now pictures of this thing.
Uh-huh.
So they're actually doing it.
it actually, it looks pretty cool.
It looks pretty neat.
The sun's in the
Of
way.
course, I'll throw pictures on it.
It's pretty okay.
It's pretty.
Does it come together?
Yeah, it seems like it. Yep. It's even got the classic hardwood kind of
Ah,
design
yes,
for
the
it.
classic hardwood.
So
It's pretty cool.
But what games will be included on it?
It doesn't say.
it doesn't
anything
say
like
at
that.
the moment.
This is just its design.
Here's the thing: they're releasing a new system. You need the old games to play on it. You just pop them in the top.
Clunk.
Yeah, it doesn't really say anything. It just kind of it's like showing this is what it looks like.
You know, I'm really
So-
curious. I wonder if if they can get the rights, they put
Well, I
ET in the collection.
Well,
I can see
I
that-
doubt they'll include ET unless.
Yeah,
they
'cause I'm
really
saying that the
want
rights.
that.
The rights.
Fucking ET.
I don't know. I'm here hanging out with Coda, but he's ignoring me.
He's running away from you.
Yeah.
You're annoying him.
Yeah. He knows
Can't
that
wait to
what my kind
pop
is.
in some good old pitball.
Nice.
On this little
Pong. Yeah, like this will be a neat thing to have at some point. And finally,
Final story.
final story for today.
Oh god.
Yes. So Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer
Oh yes,
dropped,
I saw.
featuring Toy Story. Toy
You know
Story
what?
World.
This is funny. Before we get into it,
Yeah.
a couple days ago, I saw like a article or like video or list or something saying deleted content from a game or either deleted content from a game or something they want in a future game, and it was Toy Story and Kingdom Hearts. I think it was because in the original Kingdom Hearts there were hidden files that were never finished, and it had like Buzz and Woody as like
They're
companions.
models.
Yeah, the models, and it's like a couple days later they dropped this trailer and revealed Toy Story is in the next Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, huh, what a coincidence.
But
It's almost
Now,
like-
here's the thing. Do I have to play as Kid Sora?
No, it looks
Yeah, is
like
Haley
you're
Joel Osment actually
current
still
age
voicing?
Sora,
Yeah.
but you look like an anime figure. And he's of the age that he owns.
And
anime
he's
figures.
coming!
But here's the thing. I like Kingdom Hearts, but I played all the Kingdom Hearts game without Kid Sora.
Yeah,
or
when
without Sora.
I get a release date, which they actually gave next year, sometime next year, they just said 2018, so it's coming sometime next year.
Q4 2018. That's not
Actually,
confirmed, but that's probably it.
That's probably it.
Barring delay.
I'm just saying,
2019.
Once I have
Shut
a more
your
idea of when
face.
it's coming,
You know I'm right.
when I have an idea of when it's coming, I'm
Easy.
getting the Kingdom Hearts games on the PlayStation 4. Like, I'm getting the 1.5, the 2.5, 2.8, like the games on the
X.
PlayStation, and just playing through them so I can get like caught. Like, I've played Kingdom Hearts, not so much the other ones, so I can just play through the whole
2.8
series and get.
pre-sequel thing.
Well,
Your
okay,
mouth.
you're a fan of Kingdom Hearts, right?
Not actually a huge fan, but like I've played.
Can you follow the story?
Fuck no.
See, that's why I want to play all the games before the new one.
So, from what I know, Sora is actually...
Even fans of the game series can't really put together the story.
like I said,
There's a good video on it. I know.
I played
Oh,
all
I'm
the
sure
Kingdom,
someone-
most of the Kingdom Hearts games that doesn't feature Sora, which was Kingdom Hearts. Was it 356 days over 2?
Over 2, yeah.
That was just a video in the collection.
What is it? Birth by
Dream
Sleep.
Drop-
It's
Dream
ju-
Drop Distance,
actually, you know
or-
what it
Dream
is?
Drop
It's
Distance
just-
I played, but it, like
It's just
that was
all the
kinda shit.
cutscenes and the gameplay is replaced with text saying what happened because they can't put the 3DS game or the DS game on the
on a
PlayStation. So it's just all the cutscenes, and then whenever it's supposed to be gameplay, it's just describing what you should be doing.
But anyways,
Sora went to
But
town and had to fight all the Heartless or
But-
Foxes or
but
whatever.
I watched the trailer for this. Like I watched the brand new trailer, and the game looks really good.
It looks really
Yeah, it
good.
does actually look really good, especially
Like,
with.
I didn't care a whole lot for the original games like combat and stuff. I was more interested in
Yeah.
story and stuff. Well, like,
I like
they're
the
both
Disney-
With, like the combat they had.
Disney's
with,
for me. If it didn't have the Disney characters, I would not be in the franchise at all. But the Disney characters is the nostalgia. It's getting me from the nostalgia because I'm remembering all these characters, all the worlds and like everything. I'm like, oh look, it's that.
The big thing is that's drawing me in is that they're going with the Final Fantasy 15 combat engine,
Yeah.
which I think that's the right decision. It's more active, and I think it works better for Kingdom Hearts because you combo.
I remember playing the first one, and it's very hard to keep locked on an enemy. At least
Yeah.
for me. Then again, I'm not one of those people who go into the game and is like, like Metal Gear Rising, like games like Platinum where you have to like block and like do the long combos and all this stuff. I
suck at fucking.
Those
character
games I'm not
attributes.
good at. I just hit. Like, it took me like an hour to beat Armstrong. And I'm sure someone who does like all the combos and blocking can beat him in like, I don't know, 10
No
minutes.
time flat, but yeah.
But
Like this is a lot more active. You saw in the video you're comboing with like special abilities.
Getting into battle mechs.
Getting into battle mix. That's pretty cool. I think that we need a few more trailers showing off more worlds. What are the possibilities?
Well, like
They already confirmed Tangled will be a world. Toy Story's going to be a world.
Big Hero 6 is going to be a
Big
world.
Hero 6 is going to be a
Hercules
world.
is gonna be a world.
Like, gonna be a world.
It was a world before.
Like, how
sorry,
far
Josh,
can you
I'm going to
go?
have to mention it. They might do Frozen just because of popularity.
Yeah, they might.
If
But I'm
they
always
don't
down
have,
with snow level. I'm always down with snow level.
if they don't,
That's
if
why I think
they
they might
take
do
out
it.
the
First
music,
of all, it'd be a snow level, so they'd be able to do stuff.
Fun snow.
But also because of popularity, because let's face it, a couple years down, Frozen is still popular.
Well, here's the thing. I said I'm stupid for saying this. I said if they don't have the music, I'll be okay. But Frozen is known for
There's
their
gonna
music,
be
so.
Let It Go, like
Yeah.
it's gonna be like.
If it's going to be like a reference every 5 minutes, I will break that game in half.
doubt
Well,
it's gonna
you
be
know
a
what, when
reference
they
of
had
comments.
how-
It'll be like an instrumental.
Yes,
Yeah, like it's
that
gonna
would
be
great.
instrumental. Let It Go, unless they go the route of Atlantica.
No.
Oh fuck you.
But
I'm sorry, I did. But anyways, they probably will have something like that because when they were in Halloween Town, it was this is Halloween instrumental.
Yeah, I like that.
Throughout, which I liked throughout the entire level. So if they're in Frozen, it'd probably be like.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how far can Disney and Square go with their property?
Now here's the
Because they
thing.
include Star Wars.
Disney-
I don't know if they should, but they.
Yeah, Marvel.
I
That's-
don't
No,
know.
but the thing is, once they get to Marvel and Star Wars, I'm like, I don't know if they should because even though Disney does own these properties,
It's like
it's weird seeing them
they
in.
can, but
It was-
should they?
No.
It was weird enough
No,
with
Like, it's a bit too much.
Kingdom Hearts 2 did Pirates of the Caribbean, and I was like, okay, this is a Disney property, but
It's
I'm
a little
feeling
weird
a little
seeing these
weird.
cartoon characters and a very real-looking Barbarossa.
Yes.
All right.
So, Barbarossa, not
Barbarossa.
Barbarossa.
My bad.
All right.
Captain Barbarossa, Barber of the Sea.
All right. But for me, yeah, Disney has all these properties. Don't do it, dude.
There should not be a Star Wars
Stick
or
with your
Marvel.
animated features. Don't go into the real life. And also,
As much as I harp on Frozen, I'd rather have a Frozen world than Star Wars.
Kingdom Hearts should.
That feels weird to
Yeah.
say.
Kingdom
I
Hearts
know,
should
I
not
feel a
go
little
into, like,
dirty.
Kingdom Hearts should not go into like Marvel and all that because I feel like it's going.
It's too much.
Unless the Star Wars world they included was Rebels, in which it's already stylized.
No,
Maybe.
I'm still
Or maybe
saying
Clone.
no.
I'm just saying that's the only way it
Yeah.
could work, is if they stylized. If they made Star Wars real life like what they did with Pirates, no, it shouldn't work. If they absolutely have to include Star Wars, if they make it stylized like what they do with Rebels, I can kind of see it working. I still don't want them to do it,
You know what?
but I can kind of see it working more because they look more cartoony.
You know what would be fine if we have like DLC keyblades that are like it's like a lightsaber.
Didn't they
Or-
already have that though, or was that just fan art or
Alright.
fan mod?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's fan art or not, but like that would be just like neat little DLC stuff.
So basically
That,
skins.
yeah, you know what? That would be neat if it's just
Skins.
Or-
Sora wears Darth Vader's helmet.
or a Captain America shield for Goofy with Mickey's face instead
Yeah.
of a star.
But anyways, why do? But my main thing is why do they? They don't need it. Disney has so much with animated.
Heck, you know what? The other live action franchise they have that might work? Muppets, cause the puppets.
Well, once
It
again,
might
that's
work a
like,
little
I
bit.
don't-
As long as they don't have real life people in
I
there.
wanted FMVs. I wanted FMVs where it's like puppet Sora and Goofy and stuff, and it's just like they're in the Muppet world and stuff. That would be.
It would be full.
They have to help
hilarious.
They have to
It'd be
stop the
hilarious
Heartless from taking over
It'd be
the
hilarious
show.
if- No, they have so
The
much.
boss is a Heartless Waldorf instructor.
But they have so much in the Disney.
In the
realm.
Disney anime
Yeah.
universe.
They have so much. We don't need to add in everything that Disney owns. And I think Disney will go along with that. I don't think Disney's going to be like, alright, what else can we pop into here? Because there's enough
DuckTales?
nostalgia with all.
That would be cool.
What is
Old
DuckTales?
DuckTales. If they went old DuckTales.
They could kind of do that. Like they probably wouldn't go DuckTales. They just probably would add in like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and maybe Scrooge.
They already have added.
They already have that. They have a special town for that.
And actually, unless it's Alan Young voicing Scrooge, I don't want them to put him into the classic game.
So like,
Not anything against Tennant, but if you're doing like the old style Scrooge, and with the rest of this Disney, like the combined Disney thing, keep it Alan Young, but he's dead, so he can't do it.
Like
so
I said, they
keep
could
Scrooge
do it,
out of this.
But I feel it'd be a lot better if they didn't.
Yeah, so that just about does it.
Alright.
Also, they did bring up that there is a possible second character you can play, which is obviously totally going to be Riku.
I want someone like. Here's the thing, I hate Sora. Like, I like the Kingdom Hearts game, but I just fucking hate Sora.
I remember there's this video game show that I watch. They had a Patreon. Like when they first introduced it, they said if we get like a combined like, obviously because the people pay for the Patreon like a month. If they get combined 5,000, they will do Kingdom Hearts on the show. And the main guy on the show, it's no secret he hates the Kingdom Hearts franchise. He hates Sora. He hates like that stuff. He respects people like he respects how some people can like it. He hates it though. He absolutely hates it. But he said if they get like 5,000, they'll do it. The day after they announced that, it's like at 6,000, and he's just like.
People just want to torture that guy.
And when they actually did it, when they come onto the show, he's just like. The music is played in the back. The music is played in the background. He's just like this, and then he takes a sigh. And they usually do the shows in costume, dressed up as characters from it. So he's in a Sora getup. He's just like.
Wow.
Now here's the thing.
All right, he brings his feet up. He's wearing the giant shoes, and I'm just like, oh,
Just
praise.
bring the gun into the mouth.
He did a joke that once, like when it got to the scene where it's like, come on, give us a smile. Whee! And he's just like,
God.
it's like, oh, Fraser, no.
Did you guys play the stupid filler games? Filler Kingdom Hearts games?
You mean the spin-offs?
Nope.
Like,
I mean, Recoded. One of the stupidest fucking Kingdom Hearts games I
No,
ever played.
that's a spin-off. That's a spin-off.
Which has, like, I'm pretty much in Kingdom Hearts for the story and the combat.
isn't
The
there
combat
a
was
mobile?
shit.
Isn't there a mobile one that
Unchained X. Or maybe it's just
that
X.
has like story implications?
I remember at E3 they unveiled it and people were like Kingdom Hearts 3 and then it changed to X. It's like, oh, something completely different that we never wanted.
Another one is, Dream Drop Distance, which...
Spin-off, that are all
Spin-off.
technically main games now
But-
that they're included in the collections.
But they actually did tell you some story where quote, one of the characters become a Keyblade Master. It's like, okay, that's... Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the games on PlayStation 4 replay
That's
them
wow,
before
but
the
it's
third
like-
one comes out just so I know what the heck is going on.
I had to drag through...
I'm forgetting who made the video, but I know there's a video explaining like the entire story.
I'm sure I could just YouTube
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts Saga or something and it'll be like an
A summary of Kingdom Hearts. You can find that video somewhere.
You know what's a good
You know what?
summary
It's
video?
easier to follow the Metal Gear series than it is to follow Kingdom Hearts.
You know what's a good summary video?
What?
Nier.
Yeah.
Nier summary video.
The Nier summary. Like, I think that's Mr. Clemps. He does a...
No, it was actually a girl who runs this YouTube channel who actually goes into the lore of all the Nier games.
I do remember, yeah, I do know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
The one I remember was by Mr. Clemps, who does, like, he goes through all Drakengard, he goes through Nier, and just explains the whole, like, fucking story, that crazy, this whole crazy...
And aliens!
Like, there's some crazy stuff going on in here. But, like, yeah. Kingdom Hearts is hard to follow.
Oh,
Even
I can kinda follow it.
hardcore fans sometimes have trouble. Like, I'm sure
I
in their
don't know
room
a
somewhere
single
they have a
person that
time.
has this shit figured out.
I kind of
And
do
when
like
they-
it to
know-
watch.
And when they do have it figured out, like finally reached enlightenment, I figured it out, they release something new that adds
That
new
just
stuff, and just like,
sucks.
well, frick.
Now here's the question: why is Sora so important?
You know.
Because he's the main character.
He's a piece of shit.
You know why.
He's a piece of shit.
You know why.
I don't like it.
Anyway.
But no, he has to have 3
that doesn't-
fucking nobodies. Ah,
Hey guys, we beat the podcast.
no, we did.
We
Yeah,
did
we
it.
The podcast beat me up. I know.
Well, yeah, it always
Yeah.
does. If you have a question for the podcast, please send it to the superfunpodcast.tumblr.com. What's that, Bum?
FAQ. Why are we doing this?
Because I
Because
want
we
to get
can.
questions at some point.
We can.
No, like, why are we doing the podcast still?
I don't know.
We need,
Well, this
we
is
need
what we're getting
lives.
before we expand.
We need to get some lives, man. We like.
We do. Well, I'm gonna be working.
I mean, I work.
Yeah.
I also work.
We all work now.
There's no such thing as a life.
Like
Life? What is that? I heard it was this mythical thing about people.
Anyways, thank you all for listening. And we will catch you later.
Good night, everybody.
Please kill me.
Okay.
Oh no!